Hey everybody, it is T back from T's Cards and Collectibles, and here's a recap of my in-person November football card hunting adventures, starting off at one of the targets, November 3rd, going through. Still plenty of score, have not scooped up any of that, but they do have loads of Donruss blaster boxes. I have opened a couple of those. Don't know if I'll be picking those up here this time around. I did order some online, which I have been able to hit quite a bit online at Target, and then the Mosaic holiday boxes. Nice to see some Absolute coming through, just retail packs for only $3, not too bad. One Donruss blaster box and some Mosaic blaster boxes just chilling right there towards the end of the month. Plenty of baseball and all sorts of other sports too. November 24th, I've been seeing a lot of select hanger boxes lately. Tons of Donruss blasters plus some more score. Going to be passing on this pickup, but still happy to see plenty of this product in there. That'll be wrapping up for this target. Nothing too crazy. Going over to Barnes & Noble and GameStop, the ones that are connected. Love checking out Barnes & Noble because with the membership, you do get a discount. So they have the Absolute holiday calendars, score, and then also Totally Certified just chilling there until it was a recent restock, but they still had Pokemon that was hanging out there. That was going to be a pass for me. They have some score. GameStop has been having more and more sports cards, and unlike what they have for Pokemon, their sports card is actually at a decent price. They have not done a crazy markup on it. Also, check GameStop's app and online. You're able to typically find some newer stuff on there. I was able to get the Mosaic Mega Boxes there pretty early. Back over to Barnes & Noble. For here, it looks like they have the Absolute Blasters and Mosaic Blasters. Happy to see that over at Barnes & Noble. If you are wanting to try to scoop up some of the newer card products, I would always recommend checking Barnes & Noble, usually at a decent price as well. A different GameStop, I'm checking there a little bit more frequently, just because they are starting to get more and more sports products. So you see down there, they had plenty of Mosaic blaster boxes, and it was actually the cheapest for blaster boxes I've seen for Mosaic anywhere else at only $29.99. They also have some contenders, typically have some score as well, and then also some Topps Resurgence, and they may be having some cheaper prices. I've been seeing them potentially lowering prices on some of last year's product that is still hanging around that nobody really wants to buy. GameStop isn't really the top place to be checking for cards, but I do think they have stepped their game up quite a bit. Over to Barnes & Noble, that's a different Barnes I typically go to. They tend to almost always have football cards though, which is always sweet. Target number 2, some more Mosaic, some Donruss, some Absolute. Just love to see a nice variety there. That way you can pick up whatever you're feeling. The score treat, I would just give a heads up on if you are wanting to pick that up. I'm starting to see it at a little bit of a cheaper price, so might be worth checking out. And then here, this Target, they moved all the sports product to an end cap, so some Mosaic, and of course, as always, plenty of score. If you're into basketball, keep an eye out. The new Topps basketball products are coming out, which is pretty cool to see. I haven't opened any myself, but it looks like a fun product. Over to Walmart, they have just random products. They have Select, Donruss Elite still, also some newer products in the Donruss Holiday Tins, and then the Absolute. Always fun to see a variety of things. I think here they also have some Zenith, which is just super weird to see. That's the only, like, you won't see it at Barnes & Noble, you won't see it at Target. Walmart just finds these super old boxes that they decide to throw out there. The Mega Revolution boxes, I did open a couple of those if you want to check out that video. Did not personally enjoy opening those at all myself. I believe that'll about wrap it up for Walmart. Over to Best Buy, sometimes you'll see some good finds here. Sometimes they're a little bit lower, sometimes they're a little bit higher. Just make sure you do some price comparison before you do pull the trigger here. Like their Donruss blaster is $30 when at Target it was only $25. Just make sure you're checking to make sure that you're not paying a higher price when you could get it somewhere cheaper. Also had the Mosaic holiday box and then lots of other stuff, but still, even though I don't always buy things from Best Buy, still always nice to check it and see what they have going on. Also Costco, even to this day into mid-December, still seeing the Costco Donruss boxes at some Costco's. And then also, if you're wanting to rip some basketball, just want to highlight the Topps flagship here too. And then closing out my hunting for the month of November, I was on a work trip to Dallas and I stopped by the Target just to see what they had in stock. And here you see just absolutely loaded with blaster boxes of Donruss and Mosaic. Then over in the front, they had just some boosters chilling there, which I do enjoy seeing. It's probably the cheapest price point, only $3 per pack. Probably a lower chance of getting hits because you're only getting the one. So decide to scoop up 4 of those Donruss packs to take back to my hotel room and go ahead and rip open. And without further ado, let's go and get into the rip. Also, apologies on the poor lighting and setup since I was in a hotel room. We didn't have my whole setup there with me. So we may do with what we could, just to rip some packs and share it with you guys.
And let's get into it. We have A.J. Brown. Let's go to downtown where Mondre Stevenson, who might be losing his job to Travion. Let's see our first rookie. We have Trey Harris, Zach Moss. Let's see, we have a nice bomb squad Lad McConkey, old school Victor Cruz, and a Zach Bond. Here we go. Second pack. Yeah, I tried to scoop up 4, but they only let me get 2 apiece, which is kind of crazy. I did have plenty of blaster boxes there though, but those are about 25 bucks. Anyway, let's see if we can get something good from this pack. Looks like nothing too crazy. We have Komet, Devontae Smith, Maxwell Harrison, CMC, Lamar. What is this? A Champ is Here, Jalen Hurts, into Josie Jewell, and a Theo Johnson who's been having a killer year. Scooped up a couple more. Let's go and get into it. See if we can get a little something better than our first two. So technically, pack number 3, we have Tyler Boyd, Eric Dickerson, and we got a flip. Oh, we got a little something there. We have Gray Zabel, a Dominators of Brock Bowers, year 2, Jalen Warren. Can we close out with anything else? Montez Sweat. This is so annoying. All right, Christian Watson into Edgerrin James. Nice Dominators there. And then last pack from what we were able to scoop up on this business trip to Dallas. Looks like might have a little something in here. All right, let's get another Dominators. Here we go. We have Trent Green, Okonkwo, a Tyler Warren, nice. AJ Brown on the Dominators. Gosh. Derrick Henry, James Cook. Who do we have here? We have Sammy D into Jared Goff. So that's it for our 4-pack rippies. We're from the retail box. Might try to scoop one of these up. I know Dick's Sporting Goods has these for sale at a pretty good price. Might try to scoop up one of those.
This video was a little bit lighter on the ripping if you did see throughout the month. I did pick up some, I believe, Absolute, Revolution, and Mosaic Costco boxes. If you are interested in watching any of those, feel free to take a look. As always, I appreciate everybody for watching, sticking around. If you did watch till the end, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I would love to hear about your card hunting, what you have been ripping, what you've been enjoying ripping. Always open to recommendations on what I should be trying to scoop up and rip some more of. Thank you so much, everybody.